guys, so sorry about the lighting. We're in the middle of moving house, so I'm kind of just filming wherever I can, and I've got the window to this side. Today I want to try something new. I've been watching a whole heap of videos and I really want to try baking again. Now, because my skin's so dehydrated, baking is something that has just never ever really worked for me. Crap, I don't have my mic on. Let's backtrack a little bit. So I have applied a really thick layer of moisturizer. Then I have sprayed with the Frownies Rosewater Hydrator spray. I bought this because I thought it would be like Fix Plus but with the added benefits of rosewater and vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. Unfortunately, I don't like how it smells, so I don't use it very often. I've applied my Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream on my lips and just patted it under my eyes. And I have also applied the Hydra Flash, Chanel Hydra Beauty Flash. I always call this Hydra Flash. It's Hydra Beauty Flash, which I will try and get right. I've applied this all over my face and then like patted it quite heavily under my eyes. Hopefully this works, because I'm quite keen to be able to do the baking thing. It's quite a like beautiful flawless look. I got this trick for my cheekbones with the balm from Chloe Morello's video, where she had been to see Ariel and he showed her some of his tricks, and I thought, you know, they do that so it keeps that really hydrated and like luminous, so potentially it might work under the eyes. I am just using my MAC Fluidline brow gel cream in deep dark brunette with, my brushes are so old I can't even read what it is, a MAC 2 or something. A MAC angled eyebrow brush. Wow, because everything is so super duper moisturized, this is going on a lot heavier than it normally does. It's just like thicker and darker. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, I guess we'll see when I'm done. It's going on really silky as well. Is this what most people deal with on a daily basis? All us people with dehydrated skin battle to get anything to sit. Now I'm just going to brush this out at the front. There we go. Let us take the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW20. I think I will use my MAC 237. Bring these puppies up. Okay, that is suitably framed. Let's just give it a slight blend out. Okay, I've never framed my brows out like this, but they are looking pretty on fleek now, so I guess I'll have to see how heavy it is to determine whether or not this is going to become part of my everyday sort of thing. Now, this was the weird thing. They did like a layer of like really light concealer under the eyes and they powdered it down very, very lightly, and then they went and did more. So I am going to be using the RMS Un-cover Up in 11 with my finger very lightly underneath my eyes. Now, when it comes to like small amounts of concealer, I always prefer to use my ring finger to a brush. I just find like it gets into the crannies and creases a little bit better and sort of blends in really well. And then I will take my MAC 224 fluffy blending brush with a little bit of RMA powder, just like a tiny little bit, and tap that into place. And I mean like a tiny bit. I'm pretty sure the next bit was foundation. I'm going to use my Chanel Perfection Lumiere. they did say don't apply it where you're going to apply your concealer, because then that's when you get like the heavy cakey look. Obviously everything I'm saying I mean like Chloe Morello repeated what Ariel had said, and I'm just going to beauty blend this all in. Careful with where I've got my brows, and I just screwed it up. Whoops, damn quick. Okay, I can fix this. I think I fixed it. Okay, good. Damn, that's the only thing about doing your brows before your foundation. I feel like I just need a little bit more, especially down here. Feeling like this foundation is sitting a little bit funnier on my nose today. So I'm going to chuck some cream contouring on before I proceed. I am using the Bobbi Brown Foundation Stick 9 Chestnut, and I am using it with my MAC 163. So I'm just taking some onto the brush and then contouring it into the hollows, well, just above the hollows of my cheeks. I'd like a little bit of a higher cheekbone, and I'll just take that with my beauty blender to blend it out. So I'll just take the rest of this up around my forehead and blend it out with my beauty blender. Time for my baking concealer. So I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. They didn't come like right up under the eye with it. They just came like most of the way. And then in a triangle. Despite the fact that I've got like none of this left. This is still the most concealer I've ever put on. It may not work. I might not have enough concealer left. Slight change of plan. I am also going to add in some of my Vanish Stick and Shell, and I'm just going to use the little brush, the one I used for my concealer before, and when they came up, essentially creating your like a flick line. I totally forgot I still need to do my forehead, my nose, and my chin. I'm going to try and get enough creamy concealer to do it. You don't use as much in this bit, so should be okay theoretically. Okay, so that's everywhere I want to highlight. And of course, I think I need a little bit more of this because I have to do my nose, don't I? But I'm just going to take it on the very, very edge. Let's beauty blend this, eh? We're going to go into the RCMA. RCMA? RMA? RSA? I don't know. RCMA powder. Well, that is all over and a half. Let's see. And they didn't bake right up, they just baked like to that line and down. Sort of like that, I think. This has to stay on for a wee while, so time for eyes. We're going to take MAC 286 and we're going to cork, MAC cork, taking cork into my crease for my transition colour. Now I'm going to go in with my MAC 217 and the colour Espresso, also by MAC, and just get that really into my crease. Now because I've got slightly hooded eyes, I do it sort of like just on the tip of my brow bone, because once I close my eyes it sort of all folds in together, and I want to keep that distinction, make my eyes pop. God, I look ridiculous. I look like a clown. And I'm just going to blend that out with my MAC 224. I'm losing the plot today. Now I'm just blending the outer edge of that because I want to keep the darkness and the depth, but I want it to look seamless. Let's take back the 217 and take cork, and I'm just going to go under the eyes. Now for that Kardashian look, Ariel goes quite low under the eyes according to Chloe, so I'm not going to be like, I'll put it, that's why I'm using a bigger brush. And now I am going to go in with my MAC 223 and the shade Mystery, and just get that like a lot closer into my lash line. And I'm just going to come up and around. And now I'm going to take my MAC 233 and just blend that out under my eyes and up into my crease. That was something interesting that they did. They took bronzer, so I'm going to take the Balm Betty Lou, and they used their little eyeshadow brush and blended it into the crease, and then out and up, like you're extending a real long flick. Apparently it gives depth and dimension. It will apparently connect up to the bronzer that I do later and look phenomenal. So I am going to remove all of this powder now. I am going to use the MAC 135, I think it is. I don't know, it's big. And they say as you brush it off, you want to get your buffing going. It is looking exceptionally powdery. Feels very smooth though. Let's take back that bronzer and bronze me up, eh? So I am going to use my MAC 168 contour brush and just sweep quite high up on my cheekbones and round and down under my jaw, so I've got that real 3 going on without being contoured, and that's sort of connecting it up to that bit that I did before, which is quite good. Oh, that's definitely warmed my face up. Now we're on to blush. So that's the biggest thing with the Kardashian thing, is they don't do my normal like sweeping up the cheekbone. Morello said, Ariel said, to just apply it to the apples and then blend it out. So I am going to use MAC Peony Petal, but I am going to use my Stila 21. I am going to use my MAC Hyper Real Glow and the latest shade. And I think I will actually use my duo blending brush, my MAC 189 or something. over the cheekbones to start with. Just got a little touch in the center. Definitely down my nose. Give this bow a touch on the chin. I'm just going to go under the brow. Now, Kardashians always do a very nude lip, so I'm going to take what I think is MAC Soar and line my lips. Slightly overlining the bottom underneath. Okay, so my battery died because this video has been like way too fucking long. So I just did my hair. I am going to be using MAC Fluidline in Waveline, which is a navy blue, and the MAC 210, which is just like this teeny tiny little brush. You know what colour I think would look quite good over my lid right now? MAC Mystery. I do not use this colour enough. MAC Mystery is this like foresty green. I'm gonna do like not all of it, just like that much of it, because I want to do like a bronze. Oh yeah, I've only done one eye. Bloody hell, what's wrong with me? So let's just take MAC Amber Lights and go in a corner and then blend it right over the whole lid. Now let's continue with this liner, eh? Now for the flicks. This is always the hard bit. Beautiful. So I am going to take MAC Deep Truth, which is like a vivid sort of navy, and my little MAC 223, and I'm just going to take like the very tip and blend that through. And then I'll take this 219 and just blend out the edge of that. You can see here it's quite cakey or powdery, and I just can't stand that. So before I put my mascara on, I am going to douse myself in Fix Plus. I do find that this often like removes a lot of that powdery look. So let's get wet. Right, so it's basically dripping. So now I'm just going to fan it dry. Now while I wait for that to continue drying down, I am going to apply MAC Kinda Sexy to my lips. We require a gloss for that Kardashian-esque look. And I am using MAC Creme Sheen in Boy Beige. This is like my favorite gloss for nudes. It is so pretty. And I am so almost out. I feel like this is the theme of this video. I find Creme Sheens are like the best of the matte glosses. They're like gorgeous and shiny, but they don't have that same stickiness that the lip gloss has that I just hate, where you're like... For mascara, I'm gonna go double whammy. So we are gonna start with roller lash. I normally just like wiggle my brush into the base and then very slowly pull up. Like wiggling into the base separates the lashes enough. And because my lashes are quite long to start with, I find if I try and wiggle all the way up, I just end up with mascara like all over my face. I like roller lash, but it is not enough volume. So I'm going to be using the Dior Show Pump and Volume to get my volume. This stuff gives me volume. Chuck some Urban Decay All-Nighter over me. Now, I mean, I've still got like a little bit of creasing under my eye. It's just a little bit powdery looking. You can definitely tell I'm wearing foundation, but it's not too bad really. It's like 7 p.m. now, so I've been wearing this for 8 hours, and I have spritzed once with Fix Plus just because I felt like it was getting a little bit like tight and dry and not particularly pleasant. I do have to say though, I think this is worn incredibly well. It hasn't worn away anywhere that I used the baking method. I still think like, I mean, right from where go, it looked quite fine liney under my eyes, and it has looked powdery all day as well. I would definitely use this for a very glam look, for evening or photography even. I guess it's just not the look I'm used to or after on a daily basis. Like this is you can definitely tell I'm wearing foundation, and that's not the look that I go for. I have to say, as far as the Kardashian-esque look goes, very into it, and I really do think that heavy hydration under the eyes and across the cheekbones, sort of where I was powdering, has helped immensely. So if you do have dehydrated skin and you want to give baking a go, have a go with that heavy hydration, and have a go with using like night lip balm, or you know, something that's got that hydration and creates that barrier. Let me know how you go and if this works for you. If you have any other tips when it comes to baking when you've got dehydrated skin, just leave a comment down below and I'll get through them. I'd love to try some different things, and I definitely think I'll use the baking techniques around my nose on a regular basis because this has really helped a lot. If you like this video, give me a like and remember to subscribe.